What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. So we are in Warframe, of course. Now with the update 19.4.2 that came out, of course, you know that I did yesterday, where it talks about all the behind-the-scenes preload for the load of the load to 19.5. There's actually a couple changes that I didn't discuss because the patch notes weren't up at the time. But they are now up, and there's some important things to actually talk about that actually hit me on a topic level, and yeah, so that's why we're here. So let's get right busy with the sortie changes. Um, you know, you just can't win with this. I don't know why they just don't scrap the whole thing and go back to the start with, well, I shouldn't say scrap it, but I mean just start all over with the idea. Okay, so they removed Nightan from the sortie reward table, and they added a 3-day booster in its place. Okay, again, end game level, if you will, because that's what it's supposed to be. Who needs 3-day boosters at that level? Seriously? Pretty much everybody that wants a booster is going to be running probably the 30-day boosters or the 90-day boosters from, you know, the Prime Access. I wouldn't say like everybody, but I mean, seriously, I don't need more 3-day boosters. So you replace a resource which was badly implemented anyway into the system with something else that's not needed. Thank you. They changed the Exilus adapter blueprint to actually reward a full Exilus adapter. Okay, great. That's not a bad idea. That's finally they changed that. Why don't they do that with the other things that are in there? Actually reward them as actual items, not just as blueprints. And they reduced the length of endless missions. And this isn't a reduction of length in endless missions for easier. This is a reduction for less time consuming. So survivals was 15, it's now down to 10 minutes. Excavation was 1,000 cryotic, it's now down to 500 cryotic. So that's, you know, it's just less time consuming to be able to get through the sorties now and get your shit reward, basically. So, you know, you're not going to get Nightan now, you'll get a 3-day booster, and I would venture to believe that I'll probably end up with more 3-day boosters than a Riven mod. Speaking of Riven mods, yes, there have been more changes to the Riven system yet again in 19.4.2 prior to this 19.5 update that's going to even dilute it worse. So you can now link Riven mods inside a chat. Whoop-dee-doo, yay! They remove possible Riven mod challenge that requires players to kill sentients while aim gliding. That's fine. Smart thing to finally remove that, because it was something you pretty much couldn't do. Now, here's the big changes here. Disposition has been reduced for the Soma, the Simulor, and the Tonkor weapons, while the disposition had been increased for the Flux Rifle, the Tetra, Panthera, Miter, Buzzlock, Harpak, Mutalisk Quana, Tiburon, and Attica. Out of all of those in there, I would like to get my hands on the Tetra one, and I'd really, 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 really want to get my hands on the Tiburon one. But okay, so you reduced some, you increased others, but you're still not changing this RNG-based percentage for a common drop that is harder to get than a rare drop at this point inside of a sorties. So, again, we're not working with all of our nuts and bolts up there in our head, I think, at this point. So, I really... Okay, I'm happy you removed one of the mod challenges that was pretty much uncompletable. Okay, so now people can link their Riven mods in chat. You know, okay, great. The disposition thing, sure, whatever. You want to give people a chance to use more alternative weapons versus the Soma, the Simulor, and the Tonkor. But you're not changing the percentage of the drop base, and you're still saying that it's a common drop, but the common drop that's harder to get than a rare drop. do you see where I'm at with this? It just, you know, I mean, I love the game, the base of the game, and the idea of the game, and all that. And we know that everybody loves the game, but the direction right now, there's just like too many people stirring the pot, and nobody knows what they want to do. It gets worse every time. So what else we have? We have nullifier changes. They change the nullifier bubbles to be deactivated when they aren't alert. Okay, great. So if they're not an alert it's moment, the bubbles are not on. That's good. Great for stealth. Okay, I've got no problem with that. Improve the ability for arrows from bow weapons to hit and deal damage to nullifier bubbles. Really? That's a nice thing. And remove the ability for nullifier bubbles to be dispelled by radial damage. Why? What was wrong with that? So now radial damage does nothing to bubbles. Awesome. And arrows was not the only thing that has issues with dealing damage to nullify bubbles. Let's talk about shotguns. They have issues with dealing damage to bubbles. There's a couple other weapons that have issues dealing with damage to the bubble. Why can't we address all of this stuff at one time? Let's see, we've got some Sicarus Prime changes. So they buff the base damage from 30 to 40, increase the critical chance from 10 to 20, and the critical multiplier of 1.5 to a 2. And they also increase the clip size from 21 to 24. Not a bad change. Not significant enough to make me want to go and pick it up and use it, but not a bad change nonetheless. And I guess the only decent thing here is arcane changes. With distilling arcanes no longer consume a distiller, but I don't even have arcanes. And why don't I have arcanes? Because I've never completed a raid. I own the keys for the raid, but it's just too much. It's too much time to try to get a group of people together. It's too frustrating with too many bugs inside of the raids. There's just too many things that keep me from even looking at it. And, you know, when you're talking about that, you've got Arcwing. Don't even play that much anymore. I think everything that gets implemented now is like half-assed. So we'll throw it in, we'll try it out for a while. People don't like it. It'll still be there for the people that are going to try it, but we're just going to move on to something else and leave that half-assed. So now we have all these half-assed things, and I'm almost starting to feel like I'm playing an EA game or a AAA game at this point. Shouldn't even say EA because their stuff is actually starting to get better. And I'm really looking forward to Mass Effect. But Mass Effect is BioWare, even though EA owns BioWare, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so we've got all this half-ass shit in here. You've got a huge team of people now. And everybody's working on certain things. So can we maybe listen to feedback from the community again? Which you're starting to lose doing and starting to get back onto your own track. Thank you, Chinese investors. And let's get some of this shit fixed that needs to be fixed. It's amazing how long it took to get the War Within out, and now only less than a month later, we're ready for another big update that has a new quest, it has a new frame in it, has new weapons in it. It's like, wow. So it took you a month to complete all of that, but it took you a year to complete the update 19. Totally. So confused. Am I ranting? Am I rambling? Am I mad? Am I upset? I don't even know anymore at this point where I'm at with this. I mean, I like the game. It's fun. It's great to play. I really enjoy, obviously, hanging out with everybody and being part of the community and everything. But it just, I don't know where we're at with this right now. It's concerning the road that is going down. And I don't know how else to say that. It's just concerning the road that is going down at this moment. Where it goes, who knows? But it is definitely something that I'm going to be keeping an eye out. I mean, right now, 2016 was not a good year for them in terms of everything that's been released and how it came out. 2017, hopefully, will be a better year for them because I really do enjoy the game. But when everybody talks about, you know, all these years we talk about, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're trying to come out at a certain time, you know, they're competing with Destiny. I think honestly, if there's any game that they need to compete with right now, or get in their back of their heads and think about, is gonna be Mass Effect. Because, you know, 3+ years ago, when I started playing this, it was because I had lost interest in Mass Effect. Well, Mass Effect is coming back, and coming back with a vengeance this year. So they're gonna need to do something to keep my interest in terms of space type ninja sci-fi things that are going on. I'm hoping things will change. I'm hoping things get better. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna stop because I just wanted to talk about some of the things that was in that update. And I guess I kind of went into my thoughts on everything that's going on as well. So, well, that's nothing new. Anyway, I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in.